Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. And as you saw from the thumbnail and the title, we had a really rough week during this week of iRacing in the Formula V. On the schedule this week, it was Circuit de Ledenon, and for me, this was an absolute grueler. I did not click with this track whatsoever. I couldn't nail it, and to be honest, I just performed really badly all week. I did about 4 races, and I just called it quits because I was just all over the shop, really. So normally, I like to post, you know, exciting highlights, good commentary, but today it's going to be quite the opposite. It's going to be, if anything, low lights, and we're going to keep it more chill. We're going to talk about why I found this track so hard and what challenges it presents to the driver, especially a new driver like me. And as we go, 5 lights, here we go around Circuit de Ledenon, and the first section is the triple gauche, which means triple left in French, and it's a very fast, very fast, no braking left-hander, and on cold tires it's pretty much impossible to nail, and we go very wide here to start, and that allows the 2 cars behind us to actually overtake us. And I think I was taking it rather cautiously because my confidence was just not there at all. I had no belief in the car, no belief in myself to get, you know, the braking points right, the turning right, all that. So we're taking it very cautiously, and you see there's already an incident into the 3rd turn, and this is Pont, and it's a very deceptive braking zone because you have to put a lot of effort into the braking, more than you may first, you know, think you need for that corner. And this is a very slow left-hander, and it's very important to get onto the power early because we're heading into the fastest part of the track, into Camion and Cavalier, which is a super fast and super fun, honestly, downhill section. But I found it very tricky because you're carrying so much speed that you have to brake really hard. As you can see, 2 cars go off, not easy on cold tires whatsoever, so you really need to slow the car down as you try to claw the car back uphill. So it's very much, you know, changes in elevation which affect your braking, and I just did not, you know, adapt to this track very well. So again, another slow left-hander, so it's very start-stop, and I think that's what catches a lot of people out. If you're not experienced with this track, I think that's really what throws you off. And this is another very fast part of the track into Servi and Courvette, which is the last corner, and look at the downhill elevation again. And as you can see, you need to brake really early, shift it down into 3rd, and then get on the power as you go uphill again. And I think that's really, like, after analyzing the track, that's really what caught me out. It's just the elevation changes which change, you know, the speed of your car. So I think often you're carrying a lot more MPH than you may, or carrying a lot less or more, depending on if it's uphill or downhill, of course, MPH than you may, you know, think you are and you may perceive you are, which actually affects your braking and then, you know, your entry into the corner a lot more than you may think. And I just didn't, you know, adapt well to it, as I said before. So we're actually going to skip ahead into a later part of the race as we head down into Servi and then into Courvette, the infamous Courvette, which again, you're going to see, this is what actually takes me out of this race. So as you can see, we're building up speed, heading down, and as you can see, we take the braking a little bit too hard and we actually lock the steering wheel, and that causes us to lose the car completely. We lock up the front tires, and that's us into the tire barrier, and we give it an extra little nudge just for good measure, and that is us out of this race. So yeah, really tough. You need to have your steering wheel dead straight as you take that really hard braking zone into Courvette. So yeah, that is our race over. Not a great first experience on the Circuit de Ledenon, but don't worry, we have multiple races here in this video as we hop into the 2nd lobby of the evening, and this was an hour later, of course, so I took the time to recuperate, and I just want to shout out Justin there in P6. He actually watches my videos and he makes videos of his own, so if you could go show him some love, I'm popping his channel up on screen right now and in the description. So, you know, if you have some time, want to watch some more iRacing content, go check out his channel. He's a very good driver, and unfortunately I really couldn't have a good battle with him around Ledenon because I just sucked at it. But yeah, I hope to see him and you know, have the chance to race with him in the future. And yeah, if you do see me in a lobby, iRacing lobby, just, you know, don't be afraid to say hi. I'd love to you know, meet the people who watch my videos, and yeah, obviously have a good battle on track. So yeah, we kind of had to wipe out that first race out of our memory. You know, we're having a fresh start here, and we're not going to let Ledenon, you know, we're not going to let it overcome us. So, you know, going into this race, I was really focusing, really trying hard to nail that Courvette section because it is honestly the hardest part of the track that I found throughout my time riding around this circuit. So yeah, I really wanted to, you know, make amends and really, you know, improve my performance for this 2nd race. So here we go, as we do welcome 5 red lights lights onto the screen, and we are... Oh, wait, oh my god, I was waiting for that one, but here we go, 5 red lights, and we are racing again around ledenon, round 2, here we go. So heading into triple gauche, we do lose a place to Chad Smith into T1. Again, I was not confident at all, so I, limited my, my full throttle ability here, and, kind of coasted around the first corner, but that's pretty decent, That is not a terrible first corner for us on cold tires. So heading into Pont now, let's see if there's going to be another crash or not. Obviously very prone to incidents here on cold tires. A very tricky corner, as I said, very deceptive. You need to brake very harder than you may think. And yeah, so now we are heading into Carrier-Ras, a very slow corner, and as you can see, get on the power early and build up to Camion and Cavalier. The super fun downhill section. So let's see how we take it here, as Chad Smith is ahead of us and we have Nikopopoulos behind us in close pursuit. And we take it a bit tighter this time and brake very early, but as you can see, Nikopopoulos has a much better exit, and yeah, we're just not hitting our mark, unfortunately. So we lose a spot there, down into P9, heading in to Servi here. But as we fast forward to the end of lap 2, heading into Corvette, we have Tim Ford in hot pursuit behind us, and we take the corner relatively decently. The drivers in front of us do go very wide, and as you can see, as we run up the hill, we're going to see a little bit of an incident coming here into the first corner, and it just compounded my bad experience on this track. So we're going to see it. I don't think this is Tim Ford's fault too much, but yeah, we do get hit, as you'll see coming up in a few seconds time. I think we're just going very slowly. He carries more speed than us. We drift out a bit, and yeah, there's inevitably contact, and I think at the end of the day it's a racing incident, and it just is a result of my inability to take that corner at full speed, which is again a result of my my lack of confidence in the car, right? So yeah, he says sorry, and I wasn't too upset about that. I knew I wasn't going as fast as I should be around there. So yeah, another racing incident, and it's just, yeah, it just sums up my experience around ledenon. I think that I'm just not driving to the ability of the drivers around me. We're in a very high split. We have Sean McCullen, who I think is some sort of pro in the V. He has a 4.7 KI rating, sorry. So yeah, in this level of split, I don't think you can be, not confident in the car as I was around my time here. So yeah, that's going to be pretty much race over. We're down in P9, and I think coming up here in a short while, we are going to have another incident, as we have our boy Justin, shout out to you mate, behind us, and we are taking Servi rather quick. We are hard on the brakes, and we over-rotate the car, and as you can see, we're too early on the power, and we just lose the rear end. A combination of just bad driving and a bit of oversteer, and we have a moment and we just lose the car completely. So officially, with that incident, our race is over. We're in P12, and that's how we finished. So we're going to have to hope that third time is the charm as we move on to the third race of this session. An hour later, we're truly trying to just salvage something here from this circuit and this week of iRacing. So as you can see, we have Sean McQuillan here again in P1. And unfortunately, Justin's not in this lobby, so that is unfortunate to see. But we do start P9 on the grid with a 1:38.9 in qualifying, which is not a good lap time by any stretch of the imagination. So yeah, really just trying to recover something here, as I mentioned before. So as we line up on the grid, waiting for the lights to appear, let's see what happens. We have Jason Allen behind us, and we have Gilberto Pino ahead of us. So as the lights come up on screen, we are ready, we are racing, and as we try and gain some confidence in this circuit, in this session, as we go, 5 red lights, and we are racing once again, and we get a pretty decent start, not gonna lie. As you can see, Pino alongside us is not very quick, but as you can see, who is that? That is Jason Allen. Adam Towers ahead of us as we take it easy into turn 1. I think we're just trying to avoid all the chaos there, so we keep it in third as we try and make our way around the triple gauche section of ledenon. And as you can see, this guy Pino is going very slowly ahead of us, so I think similarly to us, he's not confident around this track whatsoever. So we do make that pass and try and get our way into the pack, into the action, as we take a very bad punt corner. So we're trying to stick with Allen there in P10. We're already 1.3 seconds. The delta is ever increasing, but there's an incident ahead of us. And as we try and take into Carrier-Ras, he rejoins the track, and I think that just unsettled me, and we spin the car again. I don't think that was Silvera's fault at all. We just got spooked. And yeah, with the lack of confidence I'm showing in this video, I don't think it was a surprise to anyone that we spun out. So yeah, that is pretty much our race over into turn 3 or turn 2, whatever turn there is around this dang circuit. But Pino has had an incident behind us, and this time we're not going to have an incident there. But we skip ahead on to lap 5 of this race, and we actually make some inroads into P8. But let's see what happens. As you can probably tell by the nature of this video, something bad is going to occur very, very soon. But as we go into Carrieras here, we have Silvera behind us, and we have Nick Holt ahead of us. So we're making our way into Curvette now. And if you know me, this is going to be rather embarrassing of a corner. So let's see what happens. We're in 4th. We'd actually take a better line, and we're able to brake super early. But unfortunately, that means we're going to go super slowly up the hill as Silvera is behind us. And yeah, we are hit out once again. And as a similar incident to Ford, I think we were just going really, really slowly. So I don't think Silvera could, you know, have time, or he couldn't make a move to try and avoid us going slowly up the hill. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And I am just happy the ledenon Hell Week is over, because yeah, not good, not good, not good. And as you can see, we try and continue, we try to salvage something from this race on lap 8. And as you are about to see, I don't know if you're able to tell or not by the sound and the intonation of my voice, but it's not going to be good as we head into the slow left-hander. We're trying to get on the power early. We try and hit the apex and get on the power, but we are unsettling the car. We take too much of the curb and we end up in the grass. I think we've spent more time off track than we have on track in this video, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, that's going to wrap up my experience on ledenon. This track humbled the hell out of me, and it really made me rethink, and you know, that I'm not Max Verstappen. It made me, you know, check myself and realize that I still have a lot to learn in this car, in the Formula V and in iRacing in general. So yeah, it's going to wrap up the video. A lot of P10, P11, P12 finishes today. But yeah, I hope you did enjoy this different side, and me being a bit more honest with you that not every race that you see on YouTube, and YouTubers in general want to show the best, but it's not always the case, especially in racing. So yeah, I hope you did enjoy this video, and let me know what you think of ledenon, if you struggled with it as much as I did, or if you think it's a really good track. I'd love to hear that. And I'd love to hear, if you do think it's a good track, you know, why you think so and how you practice it, because I definitely did not do great. So yeah, thanks for watching, and if you did enjoy, please leave a like. I will see you in the next one. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace!